Hello, people of YouTube. This is Gray's Guitars. I am Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. Today, we are talking about the JHS Series 3 pedal, yet again. I can already see the dislikes going up. I can already see the hate comments going up before I even get into it. So this one, I think we're going to be a little bit more conservative in regards to comparing these three new pedals to the market, open market, other brand names, Electro Harmonics, TC Electronics, Boss, MXR. Those are the main ones we're going to be looking at. So they just announced that after about a year of having the Series 3, they seem to be doing very well. I mean, I personally will not buy them. I do not particularly like this series of pedals that they offer. I like the more of the other series, like the Rat video I just recently made, and the Bonsai pedal. Those are probably my two favorite pedals that JHS offers at the moment out of all their variety, because they are expensive. It's a boutique thing. You're going to be paying $250 for a pedal. It ain't, it's not Behringer, where you go out and throw down $35 on a pedal, $20 on a pedal, if they're on sale. So they introduced a phaser, a flanger, and a hall reverb. Now, they already have the regular reverb, so this is a different style reverb. I would recommend, if you do want to buy that particular pedal, compare it to the regular reverb that they offer in the same series, and figure out what you want to do. Now, I still don't like the color. As I said, there's no reason they can't make these things different colors, depending on what the pedal is. But they're going for simplicity. They don't want to put a lot of money into these things. And as I did in my part 2 of Don't Buy, I might call this Don't Buy Part 3, or I might just call this I Still Don't Like the JHS Series 3 pedals. Something along those lines. I'll figure out the title. In the part 2, I broke down all of the components and what it actually costs to build these pedals. Now, it's not just JHS, it's all pedal companies, minus probably Behringer. You can get the components super cheap if you're building it yourself. USA, yes, you are going to pay more money for labor. So let's just start with the phase pedal. So all of these are going to be starting off at $99. Now, I don't particularly think that the phase pedal, I don't think you should buy this particular phase pedal. My opinion being, it's not because it doesn't sound good, it's not because it doesn't have options, it's because the same thing is offered elsewhere for cheaper. Just for example, Electro Harmonics, they offer the Small Stone. They have a nano version of it for about $80, and then if you want to buy the big version of it, actually that is also about $80. I'm getting my prices right off of Google Shopping. These are new prices, so we're not going to be talking about used prices. We're going to specifically be talking about new prices. So the reason I say that is because he actually mentions in the video that it is very similar to a Small Stone. He actually even presents that in the video. So why would you go out of your way to spend an extra $20 when you can literally get the Small Stone in your regular version or smaller version, depending on how much room you have on your pedal board, for $20 less? Or another option as well is my personal favorite, the MXR Phase 90. That's probably the pedal that you think of when you think of a phaser, and that also goes for $80 new. There's also a large different varieties. You have the the phase, the mini phase, you have the 100, you have the 95, the scroll. So I mean, you have all different varieties of a phase 90. However, the only thing I would say is that the Small Stone does offer a little bit more, flexibility with the tone. And if you are looking for that massive flexibility, all the different knobs, there is 3 knobs on that JHS pedal and a switch, as opposed to the Phase 90 only has 1. The Small Stone also only has 1 and a switch. And if you want more control over it, then you may want to go, in this case, with the JHS Series 3 pedal. But in my case, a phaser is a phaser, no matter where you get it. Yes, some are going to sound different. There's going to be different varieties of them, but it's all generally going to be the same effect. And if you can save $20, why not? The next one we'll go on to is the flanger. And this is a maybe. The flanger for me is a maybe. Because it's the same thing, you got your 3 knobs, your little switch, all that. But depending on where you buy it, you can get something right around the same price point that may be a little better. Boss offers one, but keep in mind that is going to be about $140. So that may not be where you want to buy it. My recommendation is TC Electronics offers a Vortex Flanger that you can buy for right around $100. If you get the mini version, you're looking at $90. If you're getting the new version, looks like that's about $109. You get an extra switch on there, extra knob, so more playability with the sound. So with the flanger, that's kind of up to you, because you can get something right around the same price point that either does the same thing or even offers more options. So that is a possibility as well. Wouldn't necessarily recommend getting that particular flanger pedal. You have plenty of other options out there that are right around the same price point, maybe a tiny bit more expensive, or you can go, if you really want to do Behringer and save a lot of money, that option is there as well, which we'll go into more regarding the reverb pedal. Now, the reverb pedal, for me, I would say this is probably one of your better options with this series, whether you want the Hall reverb, which is the new one, or the regular reverb, which is the old pedal in the series. Because looking around new prices, there's not a whole lot for $100 that is a decent pedal. You go towards Boss, yet again, you're in brand new, you're in that 100 to 120 to 140 range. You go to TC Electronics, you're looking at, right around the same price point for a Hall of Fame reverb, although that does offer a lot more options in my opinion, so you may want to go that route. That's what I have on my pedal board. I got that used though, keep in mind, so I didn't pay, brand new price for that particular pedal. Another option is Electro Harmonics, also offers reverb. A lot of places offer reverb, but keep in mind there's not a lot going for $100 new. So for that particular pedal in the Series 3, I actually am going to recommend getting their reverb. It sounds good. Pick your option. You have the reverb or you have the Hall reverb, whichever is your personal preference. They offer demos on their YouTube channel. Go watch them. Go take a look. And the only way you would get out of that reverb pedal cheap is if you're going to Behringer. But a lot of people, complained on the previous videos, oh, you can't compare it to Behringer, they're cheap crap, blah, 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 blah. You got to keep in mind, Behringer offers a lot of the same circuits that all the other pedal boards do. They're the ones that sell the motherboards, the circuits, all the components to a lot of those other pedal companies. That is why I don't really like spending a lot of money on a brand new pedal, because I know the components are costing them nowhere near that amount of money to make it. Obviously, made in the USA is a nice touch. You're going to have labor costs of the USA in there too. Does it justify the amount of money that they're charging for the pedals? Not really, but that's not just JHS. That's every pedal company ever. I mean, Boss isn't paying anywhere near $100 to make that pedal for you. And there's MXR, Electro Harmonics, TC Electronics, pretty much every pedal maker. They have made a name for themselves as more boutique, and they're also made in the USA, smaller shop, so, the margins are going to be a little bit smaller, but at the same time, they're making plenty of money off of every pedal. I can almost guarantee you, they're making at least probably $50 to $40 if I was doing my markups correctly. That also depends on how much they got to play the employees' overhead that factored in all of the components of the pedal, paint, all of that. And with all of that factored in, as I said, they're still making at least probably $40 to $50 per pedal every time they sell one somewhere. So that's something to keep in mind too. But yet again, not just JHS. That is all pedal manufacturers. That's how manufacturing works. You got to charge money. You got to make money. I wish that margin was a little bit smaller, because you do see some of those pedals go on sale for like $85. So they're still making decent money if they're selling it for $85. They're not taking a hit really at all when they put that thing on sale. Maybe a smaller margin. But then again, if the retailer buys them in bulk from him, then they can mark down that pedal wherever the heck they want it to. That's another option. So out of all of these three, I would say the one I would recommend the most is the Hall Reverb. Wouldn't really recommend the Phaser or the Flanger because you can get better options for right around the same price point or cheaper in the case of the Phaser. The Flanger, I've never owned a Flanger pedal. Still have not owned one. So I kind of generalize, what they do. I've used one here or there. But at the same time, I don't feel the need to have one on my pedal board. I don't really use it for anything. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. As I said, I'm not trying to compare apples to oranges. I'm trying to compare oranges to oranges here. Similar price point, similar product, right around the same area, does the same thing. So, as I said, check out the Reverb if you're interested in that particular pedal. Look elsewhere for the Phaser and Flanger. There are better options out there for that particular price point. My name is Steve Gray. If you're new here, like this video, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, leave a comment what you want to see for future guitar and music related videos. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.